Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Hey guys, welcome back. It is week 26. You guys have to forgive me. My schedule has been absolutely insane. And I am trying my best to catch up on all of my videos and get some stuff out there to you guys. I have some pretty interesting stuff coming up, so you guys stay tuned. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Shanda. And really quick, before we get started, look at my background, you guys. I'm making some changes. Do you guys like this new background better than my old one? You guys let me know what you think. Do you like the light color, or should I go back to the black, which is in my other studio? You guys let me know what you think. Should I add some pastels? Do you like just the light? Let me know. Before we get started, guys, a little background for my new viewers. I started this journey back on February 24th of this year, weighing in, guys, at 270.2 pounds. And today, the scale read 201 pounds, 0.2 ounces. And that means in 6 months, I've lost almost 70 pounds, guys. Absolutely over the moon about it. And this week, I'm only down 1 pound from 2.2 or 202 pounds, 202.2 pounds last week. That's actually more than I thought I was going to lose. I didn't think that I would lose any at all. In fact, I was anticipating a gain of some ounces, but I actually lost a pound. Based on how my body's pattern has been, I completely expected to not lose any. So it's definitely a win. Isn't it funny how even 1 pound is exciting? One thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, though, is something I've noticed about myself more so this week. But I noticed it before, but it has really come to the forefront this week, and that's with rapid weight loss, right? Comes something that's honestly harder to explain than the physical changes, and that's phantom fat, or to use a more medical term, is a form of body dysmorphia. But let's stick with phantom fat. Phantom fat is the feeling of still being fat after losing a lot of weight, leading to a mismatch between how you think you look versus how you really look. I guess my body is changing so quickly that my eyes and my brain haven't caught up yet. Some mornings, I still see the same 270-pound person looking back at me. And other times, I catch myself passing by the mirror, or I look at a selfie I just took, and I don't even recognize the face or body I'm looking at. It feels like I'm meeting a new version of myself every few weeks. And it's both exciting, confusing, and scary. Confusing because I'm trying to figure out why I still view myself as being morbidly obese, when I look at myself in the mirror. Scary because the face that's looking back at me is changing so drastically. I'm so worried about sagging skin and looking old. I've always had pride about looking young for my age. And I worry, is that still going to be the same? With weight loss, I'm developing like this turkey neck. My arms are saggy and flapping around. It's scary. I mean, after I meet my goal weight, which is in about 50 more pounds, am I going to become like a plastic surgery addict? I mean, I've already been looking at YouTube videos about arm surgeries, people who have had arm surgeries. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but I'm definitely considering it. But we'll see. Things are going to probably change drastically over the next 6 months or so. But when I meet my goal weight, I will kind of consider it at that time. Um, there's also moments when I put on clothes and I go and grab the same outfits I've always gone for, and they're hanging on me and I'm constantly pulling at them and pulling them up and stuff or adjusting them. I had this blouse on the other day and my son said, "Mom, that doesn't look good. It looks like a tent." And I was like, "It does?" He goes, "Yeah, that doesn't look good." I said, "Huh." So I just started thinking, why did I grab this outfit? That I've worn over the past 2 years. Why did I grab this instead of grabbing something else that I can now fit in my closet? I don't know. Because I guess my brain is still expecting those same clothes to fit like they always did. Or I'll look at my arms and my chest and my thighs and notice sagging and drooping that wasn't there before. It's kind of jarring, because my brain still expects my body to be this firm, round, plump body that my reflection, tells me it is. But the fact is, it's not the same. I don't have that same body. My skin is like I have loose skin now, and I have soft spots and squishiness. Even my face is changing. You guys see these lines right here? These lines are deeper than they ever were before. I just stand there in the mirror thinking, who is this person? Do I love the sagginess and signs of aging? Absolutely, I do not. But I'll take it over carrying around 270 pounds any day. You can hide sagging and drooping without clothes, but you can't hide obesity. So if I had to pick one, I definitely pick the saggy skin and the signs of aging. What's hard is convincing my mind to see what my body is actually doing instead of the outdated picture it's clinging to. Another thing I've noticed is my thighs. They feel squishy, if that makes sense. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like the fat is melting, but the firmness hasn't caught up yet. And that was kind of a wake up call for me. It's time to really step up my strength training, and start toning and helping my body catch up to this new size. You know what? Let me tell you guys a story about thighs. Yesterday, I was walking up the stairs and I noticed that my thighs are not rubbing really at all. There's a little bit of touch at the upper inner thigh, but that's it. You guys, my thighs used to rub almost all the way down to my knees. Let me tell you guys this thigh story. My husband and I were traveling, ex-husband rather, were traveling to Boston, and we had a layover flight. And the layover was like 35, 40 minutes, something like absolutely ridiculous. And we had to damn near run to the next gate after getting off the tram. It was like 30 or 40 gates, something like that. It was absolutely ridiculous. And by time we got to the next flight and got to our destination, got to the hotel room, my thighs were raw. They were on fire. And needless to say, I was miserable for the entire trip because my thighs were raw. I could barely walk. Man, the Chronicles of Chub Rub. And I vowed then and there, being a fat person, you have no business wearing a skirt or a dress in the airport without some kind of protective barrier between those thighs. But yeah, so that's the first thing I thought about yesterday when I noticed my thighs are not rubbing anymore. Like what a wonderful feeling, you guys. That alone is priceless. So also this week, you guys, for the first time in 6 months, I spent the entire day away from home. And I know one day is not a big deal, but when you're trying to stay on track with your diet, it's a huge, huge challenge. I quickly realized that finding a low calorie, low carb meal at a fast food joint is almost impossible. And now being a pescatarian, it makes it 10 times harder. It was so absolutely frustrating because I felt like no matter where I looked, the options were either fried, breaded, loaded with sugar and carbs, just horrible stuff. Not to mention very few seafood options. So let me ask you guys, when you're out and about and you have to grab fast food, what do you usually pick? How do you make it work? I mean, how do you make it work and stay within your dietary restrictions? Because clearly, I realize I need some new strategies for those days I can't be home. So, yeah, guys, that's where I am this week, down a pound, which felt like a relief that I at least lost that, sitting at 201.2 after starting at 270.2 pounds, guys. 6 months strong. This journey has been full of victories, but also full of adjustments. My body is changing, my reflection is changing, and now my mind has to catch up. So, as always, you guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Let me know how you like the new background and drop your fast food tips in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion. And let's keep pushing toward positivity, guys. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Baby,